proposed I-710 expansion, and what are the concerns, and how do you address them?
Well, I can't do this in 1 minute. It's virtually impossible to talk about the 710 freeway and the expansion of the 710 freeway. So I'm going to say it as fast as I can. When I came on the council 6 months after I was on council, they told me they were going to take Dave San Jose's home. Then they told me they were going to stack the 710 freeway. And I fought. We got a preferred Long Beach model that creates a very acceptable for the community with little to no impact on our community. We have a problem with goods movement for this nation, for this region, and we need to look at it. Here's what I know. Pollution is going to be regulated and technology out of existence, and what we have to do is look at the volume. And the only way you get that volume out of that port is simply by making sure the 710 infrastructure is correct and can adequately handle that volume out of the Port of Long Beach. That's our problem. Pollution is going to be gone by technology and regulations. It's volume that we have to deal with.
Well, I am definitely not for any double decking of the 710 freeway or expanding it in that way. That's just taking something, the same problems we have, and just adding to it. You know, what good does that do? I think we have to look at it from different ways, think outside the box a little bit on this. First of all, modernizing it is fine, but not expanding it. We need to modernize it in various ways. Also, we need to look at more on-dock rail. The more that takes place, the more that grows, the less trucks that are going to be having to go down to the port and to deliver goods. Now, yes, we will always have some trucks to some degree, yes, but we can minimize it greatly with more on-dock rail. Also, the Alameda corridor is very underutilized, very overlooked. I think we need to really study that. A truck expressway perhaps on that. There's things we can do with the corridor that's already sitting there that's underutilized. So I'd rather go in that direction instead of just, for example, double decking the 710, which is just simply adding more lanes, more problems. If you build it, they will come.
Double decking, definitely out. Expansion of the 710 freeway, that is probably inevitable in one form or another. You've got a bridge that you're going to expand over in the port. You're dredging out the Middle Harbor project right now. Those types of things are going to increase truck traffic, and therefore we're looking, that's why we're asking this question. The idea of technology completely wiping out particulate matter, etc., we just declared an emergency 2 years ago because we couldn't do it. Hopefully the technology in the next few years will be able to eliminate it, and that includes booty. The other thing is you know, you talk about bunker fuel and the large ships, the container ships. We're discounting that at the moment. Every time they come in, we're discounting that so we won't get as much pollution. The last thing that I'd like to say about it is, and I'm going to buy 30 seconds more, is you're going to have an issue very similar to the airport over in the 7th District. And that issue is going to overlay into our area. And it's going to affect our housing. And it's going to affect everything up here. And we need to dig in right now and start battling, because that's where we are headed. And it's an unfortunate thing, and the two ports, north and south, are going to be taking business, but we're going to expand at such a rapid rate that it's not going to make a difference.
I think Dan brings up an excellent point that the expansion, the modernization, whatever you want to call it, is inevitable. It has to happen in order to maintain the port with the amount of goods and services or goods that are transported through this region. So it's something that's going to have to be addressed. I personally favor the double decking, although I know there's not a lot of support for that. But what we have to do is examine what's best for the residents of this community and what is the less intrusive on the homeowners and the residents there. We have to find a way to make this a money-making proposition for the city without displacing residents. Brad brings up excellent points in regard to the corridor. It is definitely underused, and the on-dock rail is going to be more utilized, and I think those two things within themselves would alleviate a lot of the traffic.